Okay, so here's my example.html from the last video. I just deleted all the code. And now let's get started with the boilerplate. So the boilerplate starts with the HTML tag, and inside the HTML tag goes a head tag. Like that. And you could press the tab key to make 4 spaces for you at a time, and then you could hold down shift and press tab, and that will undo those. So right now I want to keep these indented so you could see that this is inside this. That's usually a good practice in HTML, although usually the head tags or the boilerplate tags don't have this indentation, so it would usually look like that. But I'm going to keep it just so you can see what's going on. So you can see that the head is inside the HTML. So inside the head tag goes the title tag. The title tag is this right here. Whatever you put in the title will be reflected right here. So this is the current title is example.html. It's because in the last video we didn't have a title tag. So the title was just what the file is named. The file is named example.html. So if I refresh, it updates the boilerplate. So that's the title. That's what that does. Also, in the head tag, this is where you'll be wanting to put all of your metadata stuff. I'm not going to get too much into what that is, but if you're importing files using CDNs, anything like that, we'll see a few of those later on in the course. Not right now though. So for now, it's not important to what goes inside the head except the title tag. But do know that the head is where you put stuff that isn't really seen on your web page. It's more of like what your web page is using, rather. Anyways, we'll get into that later. So the next that comes, this is the final tag, is the body tag. Now this, in the body tag, this is where you're going to be putting all of your actual code. So if you want to have stuff like an H1 tag, you'd put it in here. H1, I'm going to call it boilerplate. And if you go to the browser, you could see that boilerplate. So if you take all the code from the previous lecture and put it in here, where you would want to put it is in the body, and it would look almost the exact same as the last lecture. I say almost because the body tag has a few styles that most browsers add to it, which will make it'll be pushed down the page a little bit because the body has a bit of extra margin on it. So don't worry too much about that. All you need to worry about is that your HTML tags go in the body, and if you want to add more, then you could do that too. Let's just say hello boilerplate. So all of your HTML tags go in the body. Let's see what that looks like. Okay. Another thing to finish off the boilerplate, you also want to have something like this. The doc type. That's not spelled right. All in capital letters, followed by an exclamation mark, followed by HTML in all lowercase. That's just something that is not really needed, as you saw, like it still works. HTML still works if you don't have it, but it is definitely recommended to have this doc type HTML be right above your HTML tag.